Hey, you two, Sophie and Kimba. You guys were the star of a live post the other day, and you are not the star of today's live post. We have multiple stars. Hello, hello, if you're out there. I'm Judson from the Wildcat Sanctuary. You are tuning in to a live post with the Wildcat Sanctuary. That is, Sophie and Kimba were in Wild Woodlands, but I was just mentioning Sophie and Kimba are not the subject of today's live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. As a matter of fact, we're going to be speaking with lead caretaker Elyse, and she is going to go over her training with Elyse and show us how that's done. There we go. I'm starting to see some people filing in. Hey, Pam, Ellen is watching, Renee from New Hampshire. Just, I know you see Sophie and Kimba here. We got to feature them on a live post the other day. They are not the star of today's live post. We're going to be going in and learning about the operant conditioning that caretakers do with our cats, particularly Shazam the black leopard. So it's going to be fun. And as a matter of fact, Sky and Celine have a room here in Wild Woodlands where they are going to be recovering from their surgery, and we're going to see Sky and Celine at the end of at the end of today's post as well. So I'll build up my audience, and then we will head right into Wild Woodlands and talk with Elyse. I actually brought my long microphone cord, so I'm going to hook the mic to Elyse as she trains and does her operant conditioning with Leopard Shazam. So glad to see everybody's tuning in. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody has been well over the past 24 hours. Looking forward to sharing this post with everyone. It's always going to be, it's always fun. We often talk about the operant conditioning that we do with our cats. We featured it on some live posts, but again, always good to see in person. I'm excited for you guys to experience that. Hey, Teresa, thank you for the donation. That is wonderful. All right, so I'm going to head into Wild Woodlands. Of course, you see many of the cats' expansive habitats on live posts. We're going to be heading into the indoor building. We have a central animal building where each cat has a respective bedroom, if you will. It's temperature controlled. When we say the cats have the access to head inside, this is what we're talking about. So we are going to head in. I'm going to get the scoop from Elyse about what we're going to see today on today's live post, and we will get to see Shazam in action. Hello, Elyse. How's it going? All right, I am going to hand you this microphone, and we're going to clip it to you.
Okay. Ooh. Sorry, I'm not as technologically advanced as Judson.
Hey, that's okay. Perfect. All right, so Elyse, why don't you tell me what we're about to see today and what you're doing exactly?
Okay, so today we're going to take you guys down, and it's Shazam's feeding time and training. So we do training today, and what we're doing with Shazam is Shazam's a very high energy cat, and he likes things that are stimulating, so mental stimulation is really good for these guys, and one way that we can provide that is with operant conditioning. So our operant conditioning is really for mostly medical reasons, and like I said, mental stimulation. So Shazam does different things and has different cues that I will give him, that I ask him to come in so that we can look, and we can look over their body, we can look in their mouths, have them hold still if we need to see anything. Any of you that might follow us know that Shazam actually went in for a procedure because he had a lump, and that lump did form and was cancerous, and it was removed, and we had clean margins, and everything's looking really great. So this is another way that we can monitor Shazam. He is getting older. He's a geriatric cat, 17 this year. So it's one of the ways that we can really see these guys up close, but in a safer fashion, and it's also less stressful for them. So with Shazam, because of his operant conditioning that we were doing before, just with the mental stimulation and kind of building that trust, it actually let us see this really small lump that had started where before he might not have never come up. So we were able to bring the vets, they were able to look at it, he was completely awake while he was in, and they were able to see, actually take a little sample with a needle through the fence at a distance that was longer, and they took that sample and were able to send it out, and he didn't have to be sedated, he didn't have to have anything that could be a little bit more traumatic for these guys when they have sedation. So that's one of the things that we're going to show you guys today is how we work with some of our cats, and Shazam's obviously been doing this for a little bit, so he might look really great when he's doing it, but it can be a little tricky because obviously they don't speak our language, so it can be kind of hard to show them what we're talking about. But
well, perfect. Yeah. That's very, very thorough, much more thorough than I could ever be. I'm just going to hold this while you walk, and you're going to begin your training. She actually has Jessica, our lead intern here, to assist her. I'll let you hold that.
I'll grab this for you.
Sorry if my cord doesn't obscure you. And you are on mic, Elyse, so you can just do as you would. Maybe you could slightly explain what you're doing. You can do it, but I don't want to distract.
So if you guys can see, I have Jess is on the other side of this crate. I do most of what I'm going to ask Shazam, and I'll start pretty quickly because as you can see, he's already ready. He knows what's going to happen here. She assists me so that while I am over here asking things of him and using these different, the objects that we have, the target, the stick, he's also going to be getting some ointment. He has a little hot spot that we're treating right now. So she rewards him, but he listens to my voice. And this keeps, obviously, his head over towards her so that I can work safely back here. And it's also builds the trust of having more than just one person involved in a training session so that different faces aren't necessarily a bad thing. All right. Okay, Shazam. I'm going to need a couple pieces to start off with. So I'm just going to give him a few cues so that I can open the door safely to allow him to come into his crate. Nose, up, hold. Good, thank you, Shazam. You guys might hear me whistle. That's just a cue that, yes, that's what I asked for, so he knows that. Obviously, we use implements so that we're not putting our hands in where the animal is. Good boy. Oh, it's okay. Good boy. Reward. So he already kind of knows that he comes in and goes down, so I didn't actually have to give that cue at this time, but I am going to use his ointment and touch. All right, good boy, Shazam. Touch. Good, reward. All right. Butt. You come up. Up. Good. Reward. So what I was doing there was just to ask him to go up so he could position himself a little better so that I could get some of the ointment on him. Good. Reward.